Hello, everyone.
Yay!
Welcome to Rejects Masks Session 2. We are gratefully supported by Magpie Games, and we've got a giveaway at the end of the run of episodes. So get excited for that. I'm Callum. My pronouns are they, them, and new. I will be the DM for this story. I'm going to quickly introduce ourselves. I'm not rushing because of tech issues. You're imagining things. I will go anti-clockwise, and everyone will introduce themselves and their characters. Avery, go.
I'm Avery. She, they, probably. And I'm playing the Scion, named Dahlia Gold, or the Gold Owl. She, her, probably.
Great. Izzy, introduce yourself and your character.
Yes. My name's Ezzy, or Ezekiel. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing James Crusoe Rogers. The playbook is legacy. Pronouns he, him. We are not rushing.
Sway, introduce your character.
Hi, my name is Sway. My pronouns are she, they. And I'm playing Soul, aka Sorrel. And they play Data. And they're the glitch playbook, and their pronouns are Data.
Yes, we have two. I forgot this housekeeping last time as well. We have two homebrew playbooks from the New Kids on the Block book, which was sent to us by Ari from Illicit Peanuts. Thank you once again for letting us use these playbooks. Steve, introduce your character.
Hello, Steve, he, him, playing Supernova, one of the two playbooks written by Ari and Illicit Peanuts. Pronouns he, they. Fire powers, baby.
And finally, Vish, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah. My character is Sachi, or hero name Visor. Pronouns he, him, and he is a protege playbook.
Great. Last time on our adventures, Soul was kidnapped by a mysterious criminal known as the Professor, who was brought a mysterious stolen object by another supervillain known as the Black Owl. This was then used to experiment on Soul, granting them a new set of powers. That set of powers seems to belong to someone from World War One. Then we had Visor, Supernova, and James all show up for various reasons investigating either the disappearing item from Aegis, a power outage, or a mission from their mentor. They all got into a fight with the Professor, and in the commotion, the Professor got away, but the attention of Aegis arrived, and everyone was taken to a secure facility where one of James's adoptive family, Jeremy Griffin, who is the current head of Aegis, interrogated them, and eventually it led to a discussion where the team agreed to basically go take out the Professor as long as they were they got it sorted and did not reveal that this was going on to other people. So they've basically been given a paycheck and you can do whatever you need to do to get the job done, unless you go too far and then everyone else finds out, and then we're going to put you in a box that we're never going to let you out of. Which seems like a fair deal. Also, they owed an apology from Jeremy because he was very mean. So, we are about to pick up with the team, as they were agreed to by this contract to work for Aegis as basically a Black Ops unit. If they are found out, they will be disemboweled, but their job is to go and defeat the Professor. You were about to be introduced to another member of your team that had been selected by Aegis, but we're actually going to go back slightly earlier. So, where would Dahlia be on a late Thursday evening?
Dahlia would probably be at some sort of club or bar, just kind of hanging in the back, just watching people go by.
Great. As you're sat in this bar, someone sits next to you. It's your dad.
Lovely. Dahlia would probably look over, see that her father sat down, and goes, "Weird. It hasn't been 365 days yet. Why are you here?"
You're the hero, right? Your job's to help people and children.
If that's how you want to describe my job, then sure.
Great. So you're gonna help me then?
And what do you need help from, Father?
I need to stay low.
When I help people, it is because they are in situations that they didn't put themselves into. Whatever reason you need to stay low, you probably did it to yourself.
So you're conditional hero then? Well, just like the rest of us, then I thought.
Everyone has condition. You taught me that.
Yes, I did. Listen. I just need a place to sleep a night or two, and I'll be out of your hair.
Dahlia would reach into her pocket, her left pocket specifically, and slide a key across the table. I don't live there. No one does. But it has power, and it has a bed. Don't talk to me until next year.
That'll do. That'll do. Takes the key. And goes to leave when the door bursts open and armed agents storm the venue.
Dahlia would whisper under her breath, "Why does this happen every Thursday?"
Black Owl identified. Moving in to intercept. These agents have all got weapons aimed at you and the father. Care to help out?
I'm a hero. They're after the Black Owl. I'm the Gold Owl. And then she leaves through the back door.
You're met by a bunch of other agents who take you into custody. And you hear behind you a commotion of some sort. But you are dragged into a car and carted away. Where you are kept in a small room. You don't quite know where you are. But after some time, a smartly dressed man with slick black hair, comes to speak to you. Dahlia Gold, the Golden Owl.
Yeah, that's my name. Why did you take me? You said Black Owl. Your people said Black Owl identified. You got him. Did you murder him yet?
We normally don't make a business of killing people, but I didn't understand that your feelings about your father were that strong.
Again, you wanted the Black Owl. You got him. Why did you take me too?
He did get away, unfortunately. We hoped to have some leverage with you. Unfortunately, it seems your relationship is not as warm as one might have suspected.
Why? You realize that the last 5 years of my life have been as a superhero named the Gold Owl, which is the exact opposite of the Black Owl, my villainous family. Why did you think we'd have a good relationship?
He did come to you for help.
Because he's an idiot.
Yes, we've been monitoring your activities. No entry into the Phoenix Academy, then?
It's complicated.
I have the time.
If you have researched me so thoroughly that you had to kidnap me at a club, then you should know that I don't do well with other people telling me what to do.
That's a shame. I had a job offer for you.
I'm listening.
No, please. Don't like taking orders. No need for us to continue this conversation.
Okay. Then you'll let me go and I'll go home and we'll forget this ever happened. You kidnapped a hero for no reason and no one will be the wiser.
You're not a hero,
I am a hero.
but according to our books, you're not.
And your books are wrong.
Our books decide who is a hero and who is not. Currently, you're an unlicensed vigilante.
Valia would take a breath, look around and go, I don't take orders from other people. But if you have a job, I would like to hear it out.
Your father stole something from us. In an attempt to retrieve said object, it was lost, used on a young person who now has powers related to the sample that was stolen. It's a very complicated story. What's important is your dad helped make that happen, and now we would like to track down his employer and deal with him.
Okay.
We've assembled a small unit of individuals, and they would like to eliminate said threat, much like you seem to want to eliminate your own father.
Eliminate's a strong word. I just will not be weeping in tears if he passes on early.
And we won't see anything wrong in his elimination, from whatever means, if it happens to come up during this operation.
What are the terms?
We give you a paycheck and a license to operate as you see fit, as long as the information about said operation does not become public. If it does, we will disavow you and we will lock you in a box you will never see light again.
When we started this conversation, I said I don't do well with people telling me what to do. and you said that would disqualify me from this job. Everything you're saying doesn't seem to. So, what's the catch?
You get this job done, I'll see you personally enrolled at Phoenix Academy.
And what if I don't want to go to the Phoenix Academy?
What is young people not wanting to go to bloody school? It's there for a reason.
I get this job
Each-
done.
Aegis will
I
consider
get this.
giving you hero status.
I get this job done in the way you want, under your rules, under your whatever guidelines you want to give me. And you give me hero status.
Okay then, the conditions are simple. You make sure the professor is eliminated along with all of his research.
Done.
The kid with the new set of powers, so
What about them?
may become a problem. In which case, I would make you sure that they are not. Do we understand each other?
Yes. Crystal clear.
Fantastic! Here's your new team. And they flick a switch and a door, one of the walls open. Everyone else, the wall has opened from the end of last session, and Dahlia walks through.
Dahlia would just look around and stare at the other members of the team.
Hello. Unvisor waves.
Yep. So what did you do to get stuck in here?
What did I do?
Mhm.
Be an unregistered vigilante, apparently. What did you do?
Same shit, yeah. Also might have gotten drunk and set shit on fire, but that's not relevant.
You were
well,
drunk.
No comment.
Introductions are in order, I believe. I am the Gold Owl. And I'm here to kill a bunch of people, apparently.
What?
Oh,
I
sorry.
thought we were only killing one.
You know, we all have our
I
own
turned to
target.
look at it. Is Mr. Griffin still in the room?
Yeah. So what happened was
I look at him.
wall opened. The wall opened, and another Mr. Griffin was sat in that room.
Oh.
So there were two Mr. Griffins at one point. The one that was talking to Dahlia fades away if it was a hologram.
I look at whatever Mr. Griffin is left when she says a bunch of people. I'm like, I thought you said one.
Is Gauntlet still there?
Gauntlet has gone.
Good.
He stormed out after shouting at you in the corridor.
Yeah.
Dahlia would just look at the other Mr. Griffin and go, what he says goes, right? The other you, that's still binding?
Yes.
All of him?
I
Good.
cannot possibly be expected not to be in multiple places at once. I'm the director of Aegis.
How do you do that?
My brain capacity. I'll show you one day when you're older.
You're not gonna tell me. I just know it. I just know it. And I start, like, I had previously just stopped crying. I started crying again. And I'm just stuck this hole at this point. This is all a lie.
Specifically, we need you to eliminate the professor. you are licensed to do whatever that takes in the process. That's the deals of the arrangement.
There's a second part of that deal that we made.
That being,
That being that when I do this, I will become a hero without having to go to your stupid little school, and you'll get off my back
You-
for doing my job.
all have different conditions going into this. It's
Hey,
a
no,
win or-
no, wait. If Dahlia, was it? Yeah. If Dahlia is getting superhero status, I want that too. Fuck that.
You couldn't even save a cat in a tree supernova because you'd probably catch the tree and the cat on fire.
So
No, he wouldn't.
that's one, rude, but also two, fuck you, and three, fair enough. But come on, I'm learning to control it. It's taking a little bit longer than expected. You wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
control fire powers either.
I wouldn't. Maybe.
No, not you. I was talking to the dude. You
Yeah, I
would do a
know.
great job. Yeah.
Gold Owl would probably just step away from them arguing and like go look at Soul for a little bit and try to figure out what Soul is thinking.
I would like Steve. Could you roll me to reject someone's influence?
Ooh,
Oh no.
it's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
a -2.
You. Oh
Uh,
god.
So just a regular 2d6, right? There's no plus to it.
Just a flat check, yeah.
Plus what? Sorry.
It's a flat check.
Okay. Flat check.
Plus nothing.
Don't fuck me.
-2.
It's a 10. It's a
Oh.
10.
Oh.
But does that
Okay,
do we
Virgo.
subtract 2 from it for the conditions or no? Or is this separate?
I'm going to say that conditions don't apply to this because
Let's
Oh,
fucking
okay. Oh.
So you successfully reject the influence of Jeremy. You can clear a condition or mark shift up a label and shift a label up and a label down of your choice. Cancel their influence and take +1 against them. I would
Heck yeah.
recommend maybe clearing a condition.
Yeah, definitely. I am going to remove the afraid condition.
Yay.
Right. I think it also says you immediately act to prove them wrong, and I think you perfectly produce a flame in your hand that you can control. It's probably been a little bit of a while since you've been able to do it that confident.
Yeah, I think have you heard that song, Fuck It, I'll Get Famous Out of Spite? That's basically Supernova right now. He's produced the best fireball he's ever produced in the palm of his hand out of spite. And he's looking at the dude in front of him and he's like, watch this. And without even moving his hand, the flame, the fireball jumps from one hand to the other, and it looks like he's juggling it. And then the minute the way immediately as it popped up, he's gonna snap his fingers and it's gonna disappear. I'd like to see you do that.
I turn to Mr. Griffin expectantly. I expect him to produce a fireball right now.
You got you there.
Just James's big doe eyes looking at him, expecting him fully to just get a fireball and juggle it.
James, you know our power set.
But fireball.
I think as you go to juggle the fireball from one hand to another without you even seeing it, at super speed, Jeremy has grabbed the fireball out of midair and come to sit back down. And he's just holding it in his hand.
Sick.
Okay, that was kind of hot. Okay. Literally.
And crushes it.
He's really old. Just
Now-
saying.
Wait, what?
If this mission goes well, and you are not caught in the acts that would possibly diminish your image, I will consider superhero status for all of you.
Now we're talking.
Disorderly?
Condition of a 6-week intensive training regime.
No. Stop. No, please. I'll just do my regular thing. I don't want to do the intense training anymore.
It would mean that you have to go to Phoenix Academy for 6 weeks, but would not be part of the main programs.
Just 6 weeks?
Just 6 weeks.
Private lessons.
Will you be there?
Do you think I have time for you lot?
Okay, great.
Rude.
I'm in.
Piece of shit. It's not like we want you there, but still, you could just, try to be
It's
nice
okay.
to
It's
your.
just better if he isn't.
I agree.
No. It's better if he isn't there. I don't think you get it.
You say that we have to have you said you don't want our identities to be known. So we obviously can't wear civilian clothes or whatever. And it seems that are you gonna give us some type of uniform or we get custom uniforms? You know?
Costume. You'd like a costume.
Holy shit, are we getting super suits?
I didn't say that.
Me going out and about might be a problem, considering Dad did, take me to that press event and announce,
No. Your identities are fine. It's if you get caught doing anything that you want. What he's saying is that you can do your superhero shit, but if the information about what the professor is doing, who the professor is, gets out, and if they catch you killing him live on television, you're all fucked.
That makes sense.
Like, superheroes, if you assassinate him live on television, if in a fight he ends up dying, that's fine. That happens all the time with superheroes. But, the idea is that you are able to operate, but just make sure that this guy is dealt.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If we assassinate him live on television, but you can't trace it back to us, are we good?
There is definitely a preference that his image not appear on television at all.
I think he would rather not know that the professor exists right now.
Yeah. What they're trying to say is they do not want anyone to know the professor is around doing their stuff.
Sure. Heard.
Who is this guy?
I'll tell you about him.
Oh, we have a history person. Great. No further questions, Your Honor.
I have a question relevant to the situation.
Go ahead.
So do I need to come back home after this, or do I just get to stay with these guys?
No, your accommodation is your own problem. So if you'd like to go home, you can go home. But obviously, a base of operations for all of you would be beneficial. That's why you're being paid. You have a budget.
We have a budget.
I have a place.
I look at Soul and I'm like, we have place. I can replace the law. We have a budget now.
I have a tower.
I should have
I
been.
have,
Whoa. Okay.
I have
we
run
wanna
out
go.
of time for dealing with you people. I'm off.
Bye.
I feel like you
As I
shouldn't
was-
include my pay in this budget. I'm just saying that should be two separate cash money I'm getting, because budget
Should it really?
and killing this man is two different things.
I have a place in in town. It's a tower. It will do us well. But
you know what?
yes, go ahead.
Right, to just with what Soul's saying around the budget things. You know what? Having a budget and pay would be a good thing to have. Fortunately, you don't. He walks out.
That is.
You're an
And
asshole.
I just yell. That is so mean.
We do have an established secret location that we're going to use as a base.
Oh, nice.
Because it's on Visor's character sheet.
Great. I was gonna have Soul kill my father. It'll be great. But anyway, that works too.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think with that, you make your way to Visor's abandoned warehouse.
Yes.
In one of the underdeveloped districts that was bought by Gauntlet for redevelopment years ago. But so there's an abandoned warehouse on top. There's a second underneath floor which has like a bare minimum supercomputer and a few like pods for costumes, and that's it. It's like got the bare bones facilities that a superhero might need.
Holy shit! It's the Arrow Cave.
Yeah.
It's the Quiver. It's the Quiver, but it's the Arrow Cave from season 1 of Arrow.
Fuck yeah!
It's got a what's that ladder thing called? The thing that
Yeah.
he does every fucking episode. Anyway, yeah. That's your base of operations, and you spend the next 2 weeks kind of getting to know each other, going out and doing superhero adjacent things. I think those of you who don't have costumes, you are given costumes, or they are developed either by Aegis or I think Gauntlet might send some costumes over. James, I think you're given a costume by Aegis, but it is not the Aegis costume.
Figure.
It's a bit. Well, no, it is. It is a little bit like an Aegis costume, but it's a bit like the black Superman suit, but without any of the logos on it.
Makes sense. I like wear it once and I'm like, I feel like if I walked out in this, everybody would recognize me, regardless. And I don't like the color scheme, and I just take it off and I just wear like the bare minimum like sweat type suits that Gauntlet sends over because I'm like too flashy.
I
doing
also like
spy
to put
stuff.
like mascara around my eyes, like smudgy mascara. That helps. Like,
Bye-bye.
I think also there's enough technology at the base that you can fabricate bits of costume, masks and stuff.
all right. So I did put tracker on the professor, but before I see the location, yeah, we probably want to take him out, but just so I'm looking at you, Soul. Can we figure out why Griffin wants him dead? Mr. Griffin wants him dead before we kill him?
I guess that is a smart idea. Sure, I'm down to kill him because he fucked with one of our friends, but knowing why he just wants him dead is probably a good leverage to have.
Like
You know,
like this guy probably should be killed.
Wait, what did he do exactly?
yeah,
Well,
He
exactly.
kidnapped my friend for 2 weeks and then experimented on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And this
Um,
professor did that, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I don't think
Yeah.
he's supposed. Can he even call himself a professor if he does that? I thought they had like rules about that.
He probably has tenure. So.
Maybe he just calls himself professor for no reason.
You wouldn't believe how many people can just do that.
Yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
of this dude who. Yeah. Anyway, so what I want to know is, Soul. You mentioned that you did not have powers before the experimentation, but he just kind of insisted that you had power negation, but you just didn't know it. So, what do you think? Do you think you had powers, or do you think they're just fucking with us?
I honestly do not know. I mean, I can try to test it out now and figure out this power negation thing.
Um,
If y'all want.
Try it on
I'm
Supernova. I think
up.
last time it worked on James and me, as far as we know.
Should
Could have been
we?
the room.
Yeah.
Should we? No offense, to anyone here. Should we try it on Supernova? Technically, it's a fire hazard. Technically. No offense.
You know when you say
Fair
no
enough.
offense, there is still offense there, right?
I am so sorry. I did not mean any offense. You're technically a fire hazard. That's all I meant. The
No,
technicality.
he's right. I most definitely am a fire hazard. He's gonna light up and offer a hand to Soul. Do you want to test this?
In a confined room.
Soul is gonna reach out their hand and I know this one happen. Okay, so Soul's gonna like give Supernova a handshake and see what happens.
We have very
Yeah.
bad ventilation.
What would you like to do? Are you going to? Is this an unleash your powers, or could we call this a support role?
Honestly, I don't think it's not gonna work because I'm not in the right playbook right now. But
You're in
I
the
don't
wrong
know.
flavor. Great. Yeah, it doesn't work. You're currently in your other power set. You're right.
Okay.
I've been fighting for
Either
my
way,
life for like the past 2 weeks.
Either way, I was pulling up a fire extinguisher from like.
Oh yeah. We are
But I
locked
can
and
try.
loaded.
Tell me
Oh,
it's
okay.
like,
Can I?
go ahead.
I was like, okay, can I try to like? I think it's not gonna work. I was like, maybe probably try to like take out Supernova's fire a different way and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I know it's not gonna work, but let's see. Okay, I have the ability to. I'm gonna use 2 charges to do overcharge of my burn and see if I can potentially. I don't know if blood catch on fire though. Probably I don't know. Probably from like a little cut that Supernova got earlier and try to take the blood from him and try to extinguish the fire and see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. And 2 burn take a +10 when you unleash your powers. Okay, yeah. You. Yeah, you can take the flames. Like, you are able to, like, control the flames off Supernova.
Holy shit.
I have pin out nozzle turned to both of them. Huh?
I think I just used your blood to extinguish that fire. My bad, bro.
What?
What?
I don't know. It's probably
What fire?
it's probably the new powers that I have. Which honestly I didn't know I had, but I think that evil man gave me these, so yeah.
So, wait, above the table, what exactly happened?
So, they are currently in their Nova playbook.
Okay.
What's your Nova power? Is it biokinesis?
Yes.
So
I can control it.
People's
So I
biology.
can
Yeah. So rather than using their power negation to disable your fire powers, they manipulated your actual body to put out the flames.
Okay.
They kind of have a little bit of blood manipulation powers.
Holy shit, okay.
But, like, that was because you were in close contact, right? Being able to do that from afar is difficult.
Fair
And also
enough.
take a lot out of Soul because of the way that the Nova abilities work.
Yes, because I had to use 2 burn.
Okay. We can like figure all of this out slowly. There's no point in rushing. And so if you don't want to use your powers, you don't have to. Like, most of what I do is I don't use my powers. You can figure this out
Why?
without it.
Wait,
Why
I
do you not
like
use
my
your power?
powers.
Because common sense sometimes just works. If you ask people questions that you don't need to read their mind.
wait, you can read people's minds?
Oh, that's how we heard your voice in our head.
Try not to. I'm still not great at reading people's mind, but I can tell people things more easily.
What am I thinking?
Yeah,
I just squint my eyes at you.
I'm going to try.
What are you thinking?
I forgot Potato's cage back home.
That's what you get, Visor.
Yeah, you forgot about that.
Oh my god, he can read mine!
Gold
So
Owl
that
is
was
going
you?
to.
And I
Gold
can do
Owl
this.
is shaking.
And then I kind of like pick up a dagger like in midair, like the telekinesis.
The Force!
Gold Owl's just gonna shake her head and just walk away.
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
do you need something?
With
We
all
can
this,
get.
we're
Was that-
going to have a 2-week montage of you getting to know each other, using your abilities, working as a team, getting on each other's nerves, and getting along. And during this time, I think, Visor, your tracking device has been really sporadic,
Mm-hmm.
and you've not quite been able to track it down properly. It could be the equipment, it could be the tracker itself, it could be that someone's manipulated your tracker. But we'll go into a break now. But the last things we see before the break is that you're sat at your computer and the tracker finally gives you a clear signal. It is basically one of the other underdeveloped areas. Like, let's say that you are currently on the east coast of Halcyon City. It is towards the south coast. So it's not like the other side of the city, but it's a little bit further away than you were even expecting. So yeah, you receive a clear signal that the tracker is in that area of the city. But with that, we'll take a break and we'll come back in 10 let's say 5 minutes, if that's okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, it's been 2 weeks since you've been brought together by Aegis to do some possibly not so above board activity for the chance to be superheroes. And also pay and apologies and all of this. You've been training up. Soul, I think you've got a little bit more sense of what your abilities are. You can kind of switch between the two with a lot of focus, but it takes a massive drain on you to do so. You've all got your bits of costume that you would like, your mask, your whatever you would like to use as your superhero attire. And Visor has been trying to track down a tracking device that was used on the Professor, and it has been blinking in and out, but finally has solidified in one location, a underdeveloped district of the city to the south coast of the island. And yeah, it's coming in loud and clear, and that's what you're seeing on your screen in front of you, Visor.
So right there, can I try to make sense of maybe not right now, but like, should we just head there?
You can.
Yeah.
Is this like a place I would be familiar with? Like, have
So
I
I'd
been
say
here before?
this is one of the more populated, underdeveloped areas. It is mostly, like, unlike the port side you were in last session, which had been, like, attacked by a force and then kind of left into ruin. This area was kind of built up as a temporary living area for new refugees and workers who were working on the rest of the island, but had never been like actually fully developed past that point. It's kind of just stayed in perpetual temporary accommodation.
Gotcha.
It is populated. It does have its own like shopping areas and like it's pretty lived in. It's basically a mini town. There are transport routes into the main city as well, not just like roads. There's like the city monorail goes to this point in the city as well. And it's perpetually on the list of things to fund.
Okay, gotcha.
But no one ever does.
Okay. So essentially, what I was trying to like gauge is where the location we're getting. Is this close to where like me and Soul used to live, or is it like in around that neighborhood?
No.
Okay. Guess we're off to find this guy.
Is there any surveillance in the area? Like cameras installed by Aegis or whatever that we can hack into?
That you have access to? No. Is there? Probably.
Can we try to access them? Or like ask Aegis for help?
Yeah.
Can I? Okay. Could I?
I mean, Aegis kind of said you're on your own.
Okay, I have a question.
Mhm.
Could I ask? So one of my characters from one of my backstory is Glenn. He is a nerd, and in James's mind, nerd equals just like everything hacker, baby nerd. A science guy, nerd. Can I try to text Glenn and maybe rope him into this?
You want to just so I'm aware of what you're attempting to do. You are going to text Glenn, who is
The tech wizard. I know Glenn.
tech, but also is Nicholas's nephew.
They're technically cousins.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna be. I'm not gonna say what I need from him. I'm just gonna be like, hey, cuz I need a favor. Are you there? Question mark, question mark, question mark, and there's another text that's just emojis of I really need this.
Before you do that, Visor, what were the resources you chose from your mentor resources?
So, a vehicle and surveillance equipment in addition to the base.
Cool. Right. I think that the not supercomputer does tap into the local surveillance network. It's not the Aegis surveillance network, it's like local surveillance.
Yeah.
So I think as good as an idea as that was, I think you don't need to actually do it. I think the computer does have access to local surveillance.
Glenn leaves me on red.
You are going to be. I think the vehicle is one of Gauntlet's undeveloped. Gauntlet once has always been a solo superhero, but he did design a larger vehicle for a whole team, but has never needed to use it. So has simply given you the prototype of this team-based vehicle. I think it's a bit like the Turtle Ban from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit chunky, but it fits everyone.
Before we head off, I'm assuming we're all getting our costume, whatever.
Yeah.
When Dahlia goes to put on her mask, which is, I think, the Court of Owls Batman mask, white owl face, she picks up two of them. One is her normal gold mask, and the other is a extra black mask. Which the color is the only thing, and some personal version, of course, that distinguishes gold owl from black owl. She does not pick up the gold mask. She takes the black mask instead.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Also, everyone but Steve mark a condition off in those 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Finally.
You know what? I'll be kind as well. Steve, take a condition off.
Aww.
Let's go.
Let's go, Steve.
I think to fit
Get
the
down
vibe.
to 2.
Yeah, to fit the vibe, I'm gonna remove insecure.
Yay.
Oh, me too.
Because I believe that I'm gonna remove hopeless. Because spending 2 weeks with this group has brought back some hope and made Supernova feel like maybe this life is worth living after all. Who knows?
Cookies are great.
Good to hear. Well, you all so yes, the surveillance footage. You try and track down like the area specific to where the beacon is coming from, but you can't really see the professor on screen. It's a more secluded area of the populated area, so it's like it's currently quite quiet. It's a residential area, and you're pretty sure that the tracker is coming from someone's garage.
So you have this
So
tracker.
you've got a row of what the devil's a name for a non-detached house?
Townhome?
Like suburban homes? That's just like
Townhouse?
Like not an apartment, right?
Terrace. There we go. Terraced houses. So
Yeah.
okay.
there is like a row of terraced houses that are all about 2 stories, and on the back of all of them is either a garage or a really small garden. This is a very British street. I'm sorry. That's just what my brain went to. But yeah, they're very tightly packed together, rows upon rows, cheaply built, very characterless, and then like you'll have a row, the back to it, an alleyway, and then another garage or garden, and then another row of houses. And you've got like 5 or 6 rows of that in the area, and this is coming from someone's, like, down one of the alleys, maybe in someone's garage.
Dahlia would look at Visor and say, "So you put a tracker on this professor guy, yeah?"
Yeah, he was in exoskeleton mech suit. I put it on that.
Could you put a tracker on me and watch my move?
Huh?
No.
Why would he do that?
You put a tracker on homie. Why can't you put another tracker?
But that was the
You
guy
want
who.
me to put a tracker on you?
Well, the thought process is we don't know what we're gonna see when we go into that garage. We are 5 people bursting into a garage trying to find this boogeyman to murder him, right?
We don't have to murder him immediately. Like, we can talk to him and then we knock him out, then we take him back with us.
Sure, we can talk to him. What I'm saying is, if this person, this professor guy, is a supervillain and talks to supervillains and hangs out with supervillains, she looks at the mask. You have a supervillain in your van. Why not use it?
You wanna go? I mean, that's not a half bad of an idea.
Sure. Before we send in more people, do you mind if I just
I was gonna
do a
ask
quick
if we can mind find people.
mind find?
Yeah, you know how you can read people's thoughts? Do you have to see the people to read their minds? Can you just like, I don't know, reach out from your mind and see if there's a person somewhere?
Yeah, does your
That
detect thoughts
we
work
can do?
through walls?
Yes.
Kind of. I haven't tried it that much.
Do you think it will hurt you if you tried it today?
I don't think it will hurt me.
Do you
But
want to give it a try?
sure. Can I try to assess the situation? Because I have a playbook move which lets me ask one more question before we get into a fight.
Yeah, let me just look at that move for a second. What's that move called?
Be mindful of your surroundings.
Ah, yes. Okay. I think, yeah. I'm going to say that you arrive near the location, and like you are looking at the actual street now, rather than looking at it through security footage in order to fully understand the
Yeah.
situation. So yeah, give me a superior roll, please.
That's a 13 total.
Okay, you get 3 questions. Remember, you can hold these for like once the action has begun and a question might be useful, you can use it then. As the encounter goes on, you're going to stop being able to use them, but like leading up to and the beginning of the encounter, you can use to assess these questions. So you don't have to ask them all at once. I don't believe.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Yours.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's start with from the outside. Any indication of what is the biggest threat here?
From the outside, the only threat you know about isn't the professor.
Okay. And there are more people within?
From what you can tell from the outside, there could be someone in there. It might be whoever the hostess is. But this could also be the professor's house. You're not really sure on that.
You said that there isn't the professor isn't there?
He could be there. From the
He
outside,
is the
all
biggest
you know is what you know is the tracker that was on the professor is in that garage. So if we assume that the tracker is still on the professor, then he is in that garage and he is dangerous.
Okay. What's here that we can use to infiltrate this place without like being noticed very quickly?
You're pretty lucky that it's a quiet. It seems like everyone is at work or just not in their homes at the moment. So you're not having to hide too much from what you're doing. Infiltration. Dahlia's idea of going undercover as a supposed villain. You kind of weigh up the possibilities. If this guy knows who the Black Owl was, he's not gonna like. There is a chance that Dahlia's plan won't work.
Yeah, because all the Black Owls know that the Gold Owl is done to the other side.
But the thought process is if he's only worked with 1 or 2 Black Owls and knows that there is multiple Black Owls, via a little bit of magic, a little bit of changing the way my costume
It totally
appears.
depends on how good the professor is at their job.
I wouldn't say he's that good at his job, because I could bust through a wall.
I'm not saying it's the best plan, but I think it's the only plan.
Um, I think I don't want to send you in alone because there's a possibility he finds out you're gold now and it doesn't go well. I prefer if you like take whoever you feel comfortable with you.
Yeah, I mean, but like he has seen the rest of the four of us, so I don't know how
Well,
that's gonna
we
work.
can wear masks.
I can help with that. But if I take anybody, I take Soul.
So
Okay,
just to be
so
clear, you can kill the professor when you see him. Just
I will
saying.
try not to
That is not
because
very.
I've been
I will also
strategizing
note
how to take him down.
this is a really weird location.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think this is Dahlia speaking. I don't think that Professor is in that house. To be very clear, I think that your tracker was noticed and was put on somebody else. However, if the Professor or one of their lackeys is in that house and it's not some family who's about to have two supposed supervillains rock into their place and threaten them a bunch, which is what we'll be doing because
Oh
we have
no.
to keep our cover, then if it is the Professor, we cannot run in half-baked and assume that our powers, half of which don't work correct, will take him down.
Mine work fine. Excuse me.
Can I do something? Can I you know how they have night goggles?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can like look through buildings and you can see how many people are inside the home. Can I possibly do that with my power, but to like identify like how many like breathing like breaths that I hear? Because I have something like a move quotation marks called element awareness where I can like open my mind to the world around me and like I just like try to not stand outside the house and like you know try to touch the house personally and see if I can get into the house in some way. I mean, not get into the house, but figure out how many people are in there and if I recognize the professor's voice breath among the people
Please.
in this tunnel.
What kind of move is that? Is that just a burn move?
Yeah, that is a burn move on my Nova playbook.
And one burn. That's the final bit of your burn.
Yep.
Cool. Just so everyone knows, Vish has had to step away from today. Don't worry, we'll just keep going.
Gotcha.
I think Visor's going to stay in the van,
Fair enough.
in case anything goes wrong and monitor the situation. Cool. So you open your mind to try and detect biological things in that garage. There is one. And their heart rate is lowered, and they're taking very deep breaths.
Okay. You guys, this person may be knocked out by some chance or like incapacitated in some way. Their heartbeat is low, so or they could be sleeping, but he did say Gold Owl that this could be a trap because of the setting that's in and it's very odd and unusual.
That is. Can I try? Like, I'm gonna get out of the car. I would. I just want to see if I can hear any, like, other than what Soul has censored. I want to see if I can, like, differentiate from my hearing if there's, like, people inside the house.
Inside the house or the garage?
Yeah, like the house attached to the garage. I want to know if there are people inside the house.
There's no one inside the house.
Okay, house is empty. There's somebody in the garage. That is weird as fuck.
I think you've got super hearing, right?
Yep.
There is a mechanism of some sort in that garage.
Oh, is it? I don't like that.
It's not a ticking bomb, but there's definitely something that is going click, click, click.
Oh,
click.
noise of gears. Okay. So, we this could certainly be a trap. I can hear clicking noises. That's not like the bomb ticking. Just like, you know how gears make a clicking noise, that kind of stuff. Also, there's nobody in the house. Like, would be really weird if somebody was sleeping in the garage.
Maybe we should call the authorities or something so they can handle it. This person may be in danger, and I don't feel like.
But he has the tracker on him, or then whoever's inside. Maybe if we can like get them out of there, we can know how the tracker got on them, perhaps.
And I asked Supernova what they think we should do.
What do you think, Suits?
So I don't think we should call the cops because that doesn't work. And I also don't think we should sit and wait. I believe we should go in one way or the other, either with either as Gold and Soul, or all of us, depending on how we want to play this. I think that sitting around and thinking about what if scenarios is just going to either alert them to our presence, or we most likely will not be able to complete our mission. So I think, yeah.
If it's a trap, all of us going in is a bad idea.
That is true.
We can't. We this mission, all of our plans, everything we want, what everyone wants out of this, revenge for Soul, a chance to be a superhero for Supernova. I don't know what you want, James. Whatever you want.
Just here.
Whatever we want out of this will go away if we all die in that garage.
We won't die in that garage.
You don't know that. Soul, if you would like to join me on the I will hand Soul a silver owl mask. If you want to join me, let me know. I'll magic your outfit into a silver owl minion outfit, and we can go in. But otherwise, Black Owl's going in.
I think that is the best play. Black Owl going in, and the two of us can keep watch. The three of us can keep watch. I mean, I think that's the smart way to do it.
Yeah, Weiser stays in car. I'll switch to my civilian clothes and just hang around.
Yeah. Also, Dahlia, if you're okay with this, would you be comfortable with carrying a tracker on you?
I pitched it earlier.
Oh, you did?
I think knowing my movements, knowing what I'm doing inside is probably the best thing. And if I get captured, then you can track it. They will. If I get captured, if they know that I am not the Black Owl, they will probably not take Soul. The way minions work in my family is we have many people, low-level criminals, who wear the Silver Owl mask and cape, not as a supervillain, but as backup, as insurance. Silver Owls do not have the clearance to know who they're working with. They just see a black owl mask, they get told they're coming with them, and they go. So even if this goes sideways, Soul shouldn't be taken. If I'm taken, then you should be able to track me.
Yep.
Got
Okay.
it.
Perfect. That works.
And if anything goes sideways, just we should probably get you guys a safe word. I'll be right outside, so there's also that. So like scream or just a safe word, anything.
Alright. Soul, you coming with, or you staying?
I'm gonna come with you, but I don't appreciate being called a minion. It's not really my thing. But I will say the mask does match my outfit or my suit, whatever. So I will come.
We will attempt
You approach
to
the garage door.
infiltrate.
Yeah.
No. I was gonna say that. I was like, we shouldn't go through the garage door if, what you call it? James literally said that he heard clicking. Therefore, we should try to go through a window that's attached to the house, or like a back door, and make our way to the garage, because I feel like the garage door, it might be more safer from the inside than it is coming in from the outside.
Oh, there's a window on the back of the top floor. There's a door on the front of the house, and 3 windows on the front. There is no back door. The back door probably leads into the garage.
Can I just walk up to the front door, knock 3 times, and then try to open it?
Yeah, you knock, there's no response. And yeah, you can just easily break the lock.
Walk in through the front door, try to find the way to the garage. Not being too quiet, but not enough to, like, I'm not stampeding around the house. But
it's not unusual. It's furnished. There's family photos. There's a family of 4 who live here. A mum, a dad, and 2 kids. But it doesn't seem like anything's been disturbed in the house until you broke the door open.
Dahlia would look at Soul and go, "You have a family?"
Does it really matter right now?
Good.
And yeah, you can make your way through the house into the back, and yeah, there's the back door that leads into the garage.
Dahlia would look at Soul and go, "You're not a minion, right? Go ahead, be a hero," and plant the door, expecting Soul to go in first.
You have such a strong attitude for someone who's trying to have a hero personality, but whatever.
Do you open the door?
Can I, like, when I touch can I assess the door in some way before I open it?
Absolutely, you can assess the situation if you'd like. You can roll me a superior check.
Okay. And I have a plus. I think I'm still in the Nova playbook, so I think I have a +0, so never mind. It's a flat check. I got an 8.
You can ask me one question about the situation.
What here is the greatest danger?
Whatever is on the other side of that door, be it the professor or something else.
Wait, sorry. Steve laughed. What did you say?
The biggest threat is what's ever on the other side of that door.
Okay.
Be it the professor or whatever else is there.
That's nice, because I feel like once I open this door, it might kill the person inside, and that will... Okay, I'm going to YOLO it and just open the door. I
Cool.
know it's the... yeah.
You are in a small garage with like equipment on the walls, a bike rack on the other. In the middle of the space is a man tied up on a seat with a mysterious contraption attached to his arm. The man seems to be unconscious, but as you open it, you also see on the device, on top of the device, with a ribbon on it, is the tracking device.
As we enter the room, can I use basic move defend to try to use my magic to try to defuse a device?
I think
That fucker.
you can definitely try. Roll me
Right.
Savior.
Yep, gotcha. I rolled. It's 2d6, yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11 on the dice, and then I have a +2 in Savior.
No.
That's a 13.
Ooh. I think, for the sake of the way the story is going to play out, I'm going to say that you... Yeah, okay. So the device does go to activate, and you create a magical barrier on that person's arm that prevents whatever that device was about to do from activating.
Cool.
They are still unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're not dead, so that's a good thing. I would then look at Soul and go, how is that for heroic behavior?
I mean, all you did was stop the gauntlet from, I don't know, exploding. What we should... Whatever. Anyways, can I ask the DM, is the man in this chair right now, is he familiar in the pictures that we saw when we walked in?
Yeah, it's the man's house.
Okay.
We are wearing comms, right? We're just to like
I'm going to
clarify.
say that you all have a communication device of some
Got it.
sort. Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
hearing
cool.
this whole banter. Great.
Okay. Like, Soul is gonna touch... Okay, James, there's this unconscious guy, and it seems that the professor, the fucker, decided to trick us and attach his tracker to this man. This man may have information. Yeah, this man may have information about where the professor is or something of the sort. We may need to take him to a hospital because he is unconscious.
Okay. Should I come in? Take a look? See what's up? Should I grab soups too? I'm gonna grab soups and come in. And I just turn to Supernova and I'm like, we got a unconscious man with a gauntlet time bombish thing on his arm and a tracker tied to that. Yeah.
Do we recognize this man?
Just a
He's the owner
normal
of the
civilian.
house.
Owner of the house. We would have to go in to see if neither of us recognizes this man.
Can we just leave him?
I don't think that's a good idea.
The magic should last forever. Like he's protected. The worst that would happen to him would be like maybe having to get his arm amputated, but he's fine.
Do you think, if I come in, do you think I could like rip the thing off his arm without like hurting his arm?
Probably touching it may trigger it, so probably not. That's why I said, I shouldn't have said authorities exactly, but I said you should call someone equipped for handling stuff like this, like bombs and stuff in that category.
To be fair, I am technically invincible, so if it does explode, I think I'll survive.
You will,
James. Exactly.
Come on, guys, have some faith in me.
Oh, I have nothing but faith in you, James.
Thank you. I
I do as
appreciate
well.
that. I'm gonna come inside regardless.
How do you come inside the house, the garage? Do you just go through the garage door, or do you go through the house like they did?
Go through the house for now.
Cool. As you enter the house, a metal shutter closes behind you.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
There's one on all the windows as well.
Oh.
Dahlia and Sol, you also hear this? And the garage door in front of you shutters up. Like an extra shutter goes on the garage door. And you hear through like a voice. I see you found the tracker.
This is annoying.
Shame you have disrupted my experiment. Nevertheless, there is always option B. And as that is said, the house fills with gas.
Absolutely the fuck not. I wanna try to bust open the front door, like the latch thingy, so I can just like pull it up.
Absolutely. Give me a unleash your powers. Roll plus freak.
Oh, plus freak. Oh, my freak is 0. We'll see what the dice gives us.
You're also seeing this from the outside, Supernova. Like the house is like what you've seen from the outside is a little drone has hovered above the house and then created these metal shutters all around the house.
A 5 and a 6. 11.
Great. You successfully managed to blow the door off with your super strength.
Great.
And the gas continues to fill out. Yep, go ahead if someone wants to do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna try to shoot down the drone with my fireballs.
Yeah.
Just, I guess that's unleash power. I guess is that what it is?
Yeah. Roll me. Plus freak. Oh, sorry, or directly engage a threat, so plus danger, whichever you prefer.
I'll do freak. Also, do I only have 2 shit, what are they called? Only have 2 conditions now. Do I still have -2 to it?
Which 2 conditions do you have left?
it's a 7 anyway, but I have shit. I have insecure and afraid, I believe.
No, you weren't afraid. That was the first condition you removed.
Oh,
You
it's
unleashed
insecure
your
then.
power and you lost hopelessness. I remember you specifically said lost hopelessness. So yeah, you can do this fine.
Okay, yeah, so it's a 7 anyway, so.
Great. Well, on a 7, you mark a condition.
Great.
Fuck.
Insecurity's back.
You create a fireball, you throw it at the drone explodes,
I really hope the house doesn't.
and so does the fire. The fire is now on the roof of the house and is out of your control.
Oh, this is great. I think I'm afraid again, not hopeless, I'm afraid again.
Makes sense.
Guys, I fucked up. I meant to do it, but I fucked up.
It's alright. Stay put.
So the house is filling with gas. Can I try to either engage the threat or defend? What I want to do is I want to either protect Soul from the gas in the house via a force field or some kind of map, or try to break through one of the windows to get out of the garage.
I will say that the shutters have now been destroyed because the drone's been destroyed. So you can get out. The gas is harmless.
Okay.
But the fire isn't. Great.
Fire's not.
Yeah, so I want to try to get myself and Soul out of the house as quickly as possible.
Great. But Soul, you smell the gas. And it smells familiar.
No.
Not knockout gas again.
Okay. It feels like, and it tastes like, or like it smells like, the liquid that you were in when you were in the pod.
Okay. Golden Owl, Black Owl, whatever you're calling yourself, I am familiar with this gas, and it will knock us out.
No,
it's
it
either
won't.
Wait.
It won't.
It's not the It's not the thing that knocked you out. It's the liquid you were in when you were experimented on.
Wasn't that shit flammable?
A little bit.
I
So yes, that liquid was flammable. You are correct. So yeah, that is a big problem that thing was flammable, but also the guy who was unconscious. And James, you hear this with your superhero. Superhero is no longer unconscious.
I'll go pick him up. I'm throwing him over my shoulder.
Breathing, and you start as you go to him to pick him up. He's like, his eyes open and like they go bright green.
Oh no.
And you see that his body begins to change.
I pick him up and I run out immediately.
Cool.
Wait, I think I.
No, go ahead.
I think this made. I was gonna say, I think we made a grave error. I just remembered that the professor said it was experimenting. So I think he turned whatever he put into me that one time into a gas, and that gas is probably affecting this man right here.
Oh yeah.
So James has already ran out of the house with Dylan, right?
Thrown him into the back of our SUV trunk situation.
I'm gonna say that as Soul comes to this kind of realization, I think Dahlia does manage to get themselves and Soul out of the window. I think as the fire begins to ignite the gas and the whole house goes up in flames.
Yep. Sounds about right.
And as you kind of drag the person out of the house, Izzy, they break out of your grasp.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
And are on the floor as you
Ah,
watch, like, they literally their hands sink into the ground.
what the fuck is this guy doing?
And, like, you see that they take on the concrete of the ground. That their skin becomes tar black, like the road, and like it begins to like swell to the point where they basically become this large tarmac mold.
Deep sigh. This is not gonna go well. Just go in.
Can Dahlia directly engage?
Yeah, you'd like to give it a go?
Yes, please. What's that? Roll plus danger?
Roll plus danger, please.
That's a 6 plus a 1. That's a 7.
Cool. You get to pick 2 from the list. No, so you get to pick 1 from the list. Resist blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress or surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I think I want to create an opportunity for my allies. Both of them. One, James is right there, and also Soul knows a bit about this gas or whatever causing them to have these powers. So I think making an opportunity for them to do something is important here.
Cool. How would you like to do that?
I would probably just try to distract them by no powers, no nothing, just running head on at them as they're like coming up from the ground, and just basically take their focus onto me in the fight, so that way one of them could get around and do something to them.
Yeah, great. So you run into the street, and they kind of, as they are rising out of the ground, they kind of lift the ground with them, and a amount of the road is thrown at you, and you take that hit.
Oh my!
So you are going to take a condition. Yeah,
Would you consider
mark
that a
condition.
powerful blow? Mark condition?
Yeah, I don't think that was. I don't think that was a powerful blow. I think that comes later.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take guilty.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think they're distracted. They've got their attention on Golden Owl. Anyone else would like to try to do something?
Yeah,
Question.
and as I ran at them, I touched my mask and it turned gold. We're done with the facade. I'm going, like, I'm a hero now. This is my turn to help my unwitting friends. Touch my mask, it turns gold.
Yeah. So cool. Okay. I want to assess the situation before I jump in.
Yeah, roll your
I have
superior.
That is a. What's my superior? That's a +1. 4 and. Okay, that's a 4 and a 5, right? No, that's What the fuck is my dice like this? Okay, that's a 4 and another 4. And I have a +1, so that's a 9.
Cool. Get to ask one question.
Is this person like uh are they like magma or is just straight up concrete?
No. So the transformation process saw them become liquidy and take on the tar-like appearance of a tarmac floor. Sorry, a tarmac road being placed. But as that process ended, they solidified and they are now like made of tarmac.
Gotcha. Okay.
And like their head, like they no longer have human features. They're like this kind of hulking creature with like big shoulders, like a triangle head. They look inhuman.
Got it. So that is great. Maybe perhaps we will see. I want to try using my like laser eye beams on them to see if I can like chop off an arm or something.
Okay.
Perhaps that is
Cool.
sweet.
Unleash your power. Go ahead. Roll plus freak.
That's a very disappointing 3. And
Cool. You attempt to focus your eye blasts, but you are distracted by the fact that this was a person 5 seconds ago. And you now just blast at their general direction. What you do is like you blast them in the middle of their body, and it reveals, like it burns away, and you can see that underneath all of this monstrosity, the person is still kind of there, kind of trapped in this weird nebulous, like.
no. Oh fuck! I don't like that.
Okay, does James like say that to the rest of us?
I think you all see it.
Yeah.
Apart from,
Okay.
I think Supernova is kind of ran round by this point. Would you agree, Steve?
Yep.
Yeah. So you all see that, like, the person, like, when that hole is revealed, you kind of see like there is this like greenish membrane that's surrounding them that resembles like the liquid that you were in Soul. That kind of all around them is quickly covered up by the like the tarmac of reseals. There was like weird pulsing happening on like where the liquid was attached to the person. But yeah. That's what you see. So what playbook are you currently in?
Okay, I think that's what I was gonna do. Okay, so basically I'm in the Nova playbook and I wanted to shift it and get a condition to the hair playbook so I can use my power intelligence to touch this person and see if
you can do something about it, which is a great idea. But as you focus your energy to try and switch, you get lost in a memory.
That's so nice.
Where
am
you are on the front line during the war. This is a much later memory than any you've seen before. You are like fully in your uniform with like, or like your uniform with all the badges ripped off it, and you're wearing a mask, which is kind of made out of like a bit of uniform that's been ripped off, and you're surrounded by other figures you don't quite recognize, and you're like facing down, and in front of you, you recognize the historical like Endeavor team that defeated the Misfit Brigade, and you see they are surrounded by soldiers. They're all kind of pointing their guns at you, and you see the triumph of the time is like a imagine like the classic 1920s like let's say the original Superman costume, the like really like blue and the bluish one from like the original Superman comic, kind of vibe with a giant T instead of an S. Triumph is kind of like staring at you all, and one of the soldiers goes, "We got him, sir! We finally got him!" And Triumph looks over at the Misfit Brigade and goes, "We really expected you to put up more of a fight. This will not do."
You set this all up, didn't you?
That releases the same gas that you just saw in the present. And the soldiers they are with begin to transform.
Sorry, real quick, above the board. Is this a flashback?
This is a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I got confused.
Can I in my current situation, can I try to run forward against people that are transforming if I'm not tied up in any way?
I think the person you are remembering does that, and they run forward to try and stop it, but it's too late. And in that, the memory ends. You go back to your playbook, and with that, we'll call the session to an end.
Oh god.
Interesting ending.
Oh, I am scared.
So I'm in the delinquent playbook, I assume, right now.
Yeah, you're now in
which
the
will be
delinquent
helpful.
condition.
Which will probably be helpful.
I am very excited to see where these flashbacks are leading.
Oh yeah.
Like how they're connected to the story. I'm very interested to see what happens there.
Yeah, but with that, we'll call the session to an end there. Thank you everyone for taking part. I hope you're keeping track of everything that's going on. We will say goodbye we'll say goodbye in the order that we said hello in, I think. No, we'll go counterclockwise. We'll go clockwise because we started counterclockwise. But that does mean we start with Steve. So say goodbye, Steve, even though this is your place.
Hello, hi, goodbye. My name is Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I was playing Supernova, who real name redacted, who is a part of the Burnout playbook. Very excited to be able to do this. Thank you, everyone, for watching, for vibing, and yeah, I will be back in a couple of weeks for session 3.
Amazing. Swain, say goodbye.
Later, lovelies. I'm playing, so the worst, not the worst possible person. They're actually being traumatized right now, so that's nice and great. Yeah, I think that's it. You can catch me on socials at SwayBabbles, BABBLES. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Izzy, say goodbye.
I was, in case anybody joined last minute, I was playing James, Legacy Playbook. He's having a tough time. He would love to just go back home and sleep, but that's not what superheroes do. So we are going to move on and do what we must. You can catch me on mostly Instagram under arsonist, _ISE. See y'all next session, hopefully.
Awesome. Avery, say goodbye.
Hello, goodbye. I am Avery. I was playing Dahlia Gold, also known as the Gold Owl. She's definitely a hero, I promise. You can catch me mainly every Sunday starting at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, playing social deduction games, Blood in the Clock Tower on the Pandemonium Institute Twitch stream. Do you like lying to your friends? Clock Tower.
Yes.
It's better werewolf. Bye.
Awesome. And finally, I have been Callum, and will continue to be Callum. You just won't hear my voice anymore, unless you go and find me on the internet at Theatre Callum everywhere. That's important. So Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me elsewhere doing things. I am sort of, kind of, maybe meant to be running 3 different games at the moment. But 2 of them are being pre-recorded, so this is the only one I'm doing live. I don't know when my next Pathfinder session is. So that's me. If you want to find me again, go look at my social media. Thank everyone for taking part. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, like Steve said, and we'll get a little bit more into the action, and we'll maybe learn some more information about what the hell's going on. Till then, thank you. Goodbye.